Shoulder arms!
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. The general salute today will be taken by the Prime Minister of Canada, the Right Honourable Stephen Harper.
General salute, present arms!
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. I'm now going to call upon
Order!
Mr. Fern Viola of Veterans Affairs Canada to sing the national anthem of the Republic of Korea.
Right. Shoulder arms!
동할물과 백두산이 마르고토록 하나님이 보하사 우리나라 만세 문궁과 산천리 와요 항상 대한 사람 대우로 이리 복준하세.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Right. Order! Arms! Right. Stand up! Hey!
Out of Medo우beil Cemetery. Charlie?
I extend a warm welcome to you all. Throughout 185 years of history, the Mount Pleasant group of cemeteries has felt very strongly that the sacrifices made by men and women of our armed forces should never be forgotten. Starting with the First World War in 1917, Mount Pleasant Group pioneered the idea of the Veterans Section, which have been included in all of our cemeteries since then. Here at Medo우beil Cemetery, we are proud and honored to have this magnificent National Wall of Remembrance, a permanent memorial that ensures that the contribution to freedom made by the Korea War veterans and those who paid the ultimate sacrifice will never be forgotten. Today we honor them and you.
It gives me great pleasure indeed at this time to invite the Prime Minister of Canada, the Right Honourable Stephen Harper, to bring greetings from the Government of Canada. Sir?
Thank you very much, Lieutenant Colonel Martin, for that kind introduction. Thanks also to President John Bishop, Terry Wickens, and everyone from the Korean Veterans Association of Canada. Greetings to Consul General Hong, to Lieutenant Governor Onley, Councillor Hames, Minister Blaney, Senator Martin, Member of Parliament Cal Seaback, and to all the many MPs and senators and other dignitaries who have come today to show support for our Korean War veterans. I'm not going to keep you standing long, but I do want to spend a few minutes on some reflections. Nous sommes ici aujourd'hui afin de rendre hommage aux Canadiens qui se sont battus pour la démocratie dans la guerre de Corée. If I can begin with a personal reflection, on my first visit to Korea, I had the privilege of visiting the National Cemetery. I also saw the Joint Security Area and the demilitarized zone. For me, these things were important reminders, both of the sacrifices made by our Canadian Armed Forces and the communist tyranny which they fought against. All Canadians should take pride in our veterans of Korea.
Pendant trop longtemps, cette guerre a été appelée la
Thanks
guerre
in part, I
oubliée.
should say, to people such as Senator Yana Martin, who worked hard to see that the Senate of Canada declared this day to be National Korea War Veterans Day.
Le ministre Blaney annoncera bientôt que notre gouvernement appuie le projet mémoire de l'Institut historique Dominion, qui est intitulé Projet mémoire Histoire de la guerre
As
de
well, Minister Blaney will soon announce that our government is supporting the Historica Dominion Institute's memory project, Stories of the Korean War. This will provide every living Korean veteran with the opportunity to share their memories. Our Canadian veterans of Korea have a story that must be shared with Canada's engagement began on July 12, 1950. On that day, 3 Canadian destroyers, the first of 8, were deployed to Korean waters. An RCAF transport squadron followed, as well as 22 fighter pilots. The first ground troops of the Canadian Army Special Force were deployed later that year. Many and noble were their deeds. However, the defense of the Kapyong Valley, the road chosen by the North Koreans and their Chinese allies to attack Seoul, stands out, it's exactly 60 years later, as the defining battle for Canadians. Dug in on Hill 677, the 2nd Battalion of the Princess Patricia's Canadian Light Infantry were outnumbered more than 3 to 1. For more than 24 unbroken hours, there was intense hand-to-hand fighting and unimaginable bravery everywhere on Hill 677. As Chinese infantry broke over them in what has been described as human waves. By the end of the day, the hill was completely cut off, surrounded, but when the smoke cleared, the Canadians had held. The communist invasion would go no further. Seoul was saved, and the stage was set for the UN counterattack that drove the invasion back over the 38th parallel. Time does not permit me to refer to the exploits of every Canadian unit whose blood was shed on the hills of Korea. But of the 27,000 Canadians who served there, 516 made the ultimate sacrifice. Many lie buried in Korean soil. And so, with due acknowledgement to Rupert Brooke, we may truly say that there is some corner of a foreign field that is forever Canada.
Leur sacrifice est intimement lié à la remarquable ascension de la Corée du Sud, ce pays qui est passé de l'un des plus pauvres du monde
Is
à l'un
deeply interwoven with the story of South Korea's remarkable ascent from one of the world's poorest countries to one of its most dynamic. And through decades of immigration, Koreans have come here to make enormous contributions to Canada. So let us remember with pride all of those brave Canadians who served in the Korean War. Let us celebrate their triumph, this victory of freedom over tyranny, and may God keep our own land glorious and free. Merci beaucoup. Thank you.
I am very humbled by your devotion to your fellow veterans and especially your great sense of duty to your fallen comrades. I know this duty is shared by many, and I think of the sisters from Quebec who traveled here for the opening ceremony to see their brothers. As Canadians, I believe it is our duty to honor our veterans. In war and now in peace, you, our career veterans, always set a high standard of duty and devotion for us to follow. And so, in the presence of these esteemed guests, on behalf of the grateful citizens of the City of Brampton, it's my honor in this important day to pay tribute to you all. Thank you.
Let us pray. O God, take away from us all indifference for of heart. Morning, we read from the book of Wisdom, the 3rd chapter, and the first 8 verses. Here the writer talks about the souls who have done right in the sight of God.
Their country. I therefore ask the Right Honourable Stephen Harper, Prime Minister of Canada, accompanied by Senator Yona Martin, to place the first wreath on behalf of the Government of Canada. Sir. For Veterans Affairs Canada, the Honourable Stephen Blaney, Minister of Veterans Affairs Canada. For the Province of Ontario, the Lieutenant Governor of Ontario, the Honourable David C. Onley, Order of Ontario. Representing the Republic of Korea, the Consul General to Canada, Mr. Jae-in Hong. Association of Canada, Eastern Division, Mr. Chong Cook Park and Mr. Jin Soo Lee. We are very fortunate again this year to have a visiting group of students from Hansen Jung. Every year we have a few persons to honor fallen members of their family. Ms. Millie There you go.
Can I get you to go back to
Oh, sure. I just was trying to get jumped.
Oh, are you really?
I know.
Go to Cerrito Hall and there the government has nothing to do with that.
Say hello. Here's the Prime Minister. Of course, I'm a conservative. What else can you say? Mr. Prime Minister, do you wish to place a veto for comment?
Mr. Minister.
There it is.
Here, sir. Very good. How did you do it? I was delighted to do that. Glad you could be there.
Years ago. I was in Hamilton.
My hometown.
Good to meet you.
Color party. Eyes front.
Prime Minister? Prime Minister, we should head this way. Yeah.
How are you?
Good, how are you? No, stay back here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll see you at
Please stay.
Guests, ladies and gentlemen, and all the honored members of Korean veterans and families, I'm really pleased, delighted to welcome all of you to this luncheon of appreciation. On behalf of the people and government of the Republic of Korea, I again would like to express the sincerest and heartfelt thanks and appreciation to the Korean War veterans. Today is 58th anniversary of armistice of the Korean War, and this year is the 61st year since the outbreak of the Korean War. The Korean War at that time had destroyed almost everything in Korea, but thanks to the sacrifice of the young people from Canada and our friends, we could defend our country and we could save the most important thing, the peace, freedom, and hope of the Republic of Korea. Now the Republic of Korea has grown to be an important country in the world community who could help less fortunate developing countries. We are sharing the same value of democracy, market economy, and human rights with Canada. However, unfortunately, the Korean War has never ended, and the Communist North keep provoking and undermining the peace and security of the Korean Peninsula. In this regard, our government, the Republic of Korea, truly appreciates the strong, unswerving support from Canada for us to cooperate with this Korean veterans. Thank you very much.
Followed by awarding ceremony and performances. 6 to 40, we proceed to the buffet station outside.
Speech. There you go. Speech. Speech to the company. Did you order your dinner?
No.
I come round and ordered the dinner. Yeah,
From Canada.
chicken. So I'll come back with the rest of the chicken.
Defense Attaché of the Embassy of the Republic of Korea in Canada. Mr. Jong-gu Park, President of Korean Veterans Association of Canada, Eastern Chapter. Ms. Sandra Haynes, Councillor of City of Brampton. Mr. Jin-soo Lee, President of Korean Canadian Cultural Association of GTA. Mr. John Bishop, National President of KBA. Mr. Deng Bjarnason, author of the book Triumph of Kapyeong. Mr. Bjarnason was a CBC News and documentary reporter for over 35 years and has just written a book on the Battle of Kapyeong. Mr. Ha Pan-ho, President of Korean Senior Citizen Society of Toronto. Ms. Song-hap Che, Treasurer of Korean Canadian Women's Association. I would also like to thank many politicians today. Now we'll have a speech from the
enjoy accepting, I might even add, because in representing Her Majesty the Queen, I always seek to remind Ontarians of those events that have helped shape who we are as a people. And that is the prism that I look through in making a decision on whether or not to accept an event. Well, the Korean War was one such event. And so let me begin by saying, in the name of the Queen, I commend you, a member of the Korean Veterans Association of Canada, and all Korean veterans who are here today for your service to our country and your service to this cause. I applaud your efforts through the decades to keep alive the friendships forged during the war. And I salute your dedication in providing assistance when needed to your fellow Korean veterans and their families. The history of what happened in over 3 years of conflict and the 55 years since then is well known to you all. However, each year, we take time, all the veterans from Korea in a parade. I was sharing to my deputy minister that it is not that so often that I have the privilege to see a walking, I would say, a regiment of veterans, and the Prime Minister is here today. The Prime Minister came here in Brampton to pay a tribute, so I think it tells a lot about the gratitude we want to express you as a government, but also as a country to our veterans. And I would applaud you, but please help me to give you a good round of applause for what you did. So I was serving today, and I put my puppy on the name of Mr. Laframboise,
la douceur. So thanks to those who paid the ultimate sacrifice. Merci aux 516 Canadiens.
Good afternoon, bonjour mesdames et messieurs, 안녕하세요, Your Honor, and Ruth Ann, Madam, Minister Blaney, to all the distinguished dignitaries and our guests, and of course our honored veterans. It's such an honor and privilege for me to be here today with my husband Doug. We came in a few days ago from Vancouver, BC, where we haven't quite received our summer, to this wonderful Ontario sun, which is not as hot as what the news was saying.
In recognition of and appreciation for his outstanding and meritorious service rendered to promoting friendly relations between the Republic of Korea and Canada, I hereby present, in accordance with the powers delegated to me by the Constitution of the Republic of Korea, the Order of Diplomatic Service Merit Seungnae Medal to the Honorable Terry Wickens, Canada, July 27, 2011, Lee Myung-bak, President of the Republic of Korea.